about breasts, and this is my exploration of the divided self as situated in the two breasts. I didn't mean to embarrass you.
I went to get my breast pump.
Can you hear we're sitting?
Yes.
A fine pair. They talk to me under their veiny silks, nipples lively. My left breast, her louder teat, is more expansive, a bit tipsy, with a tendency to trust what she calls feelings, while others might say she's somewhat shaky when it comes to close attention to facts. But whenever she suckles man-child or infant, a sail unfurls on the Atlantic, she, the good ship Celeste, we safe in her keeping, as she cradles the soft plume of a heart, dreaming. Woo, she sings, oh woo thee to gladness, let me suckle thee sweet at my brimming dug. My right breast is less impulsive, a bit distant, keeper of quietudes, of nothing's perfect. She tries not to fudge urgent questions, never reaching for solace or nights on the town. So don't talk loose-tongued of love. When she speaks, she's solemn in her practice, an insistent beat inside the skin of the dark. I hear her counting, rehearsing, trying to fathom it all out. I can feel him reaching over my shoulder.
I've got to be on this side of her left breast, so
This one's about slippers, and do you ever feel you spend your life walking on tiptoe so as not to wake those monsters of the deep? She wears her slippers to the thread. Her big toes have worn holes in the velvet, the heel seams have burst. Slip on, slip off, shrug on, shrug off, slough, scuffle, nestle, shuffle, slide into, to hide in slippers, to step, stealth cushioned across the rickety, to not disturb the mice, to not disturb the birds in the nook, to not disturb the thought between mouthfuls, to not disturb the pause for the thought, to not disturb the guns in the hide, to not disturb the moon, to not disturb the deep, to not disturb the dreaming night, listing at a sudden angle.
she's on her own.
This one is called Fine Touch. Sometimes my hands are so far away from the nape of your nape, your brow, lips. I go 5 days and 4 nights before touch dawns along my fingers and that withholding place slides away. What is it that cares about such? The mapping of the body's pathways. What difference if I fondle your ears, you cup my breasts, or not? Bodies fall from the sky. A coin turns up 800 years on, in a field near a house. Nothing in our pleasure alters that, or the blind, crude touch that harms us all. Still, our fingers are a charm to ward off who knows what damage our distance does. When these hands are far from you, your reach not long enough. Sometimes you only have to tilt your gaze to find I'm this close to your this close.
When I found that Linda had a nice pair, I thought I must go over and get my breast probe as well too. When you're teaching in primary especially, the kids forget that you're a man. They're so used to be taught by ladies, and they go, "Miss, miss, miss." And I said, don't let the long hair fool you. I told them I was the bearded lady in the circus. So that's Linda, do you know where your Celadon is?
I don't know where my Celadon is.
Have you ever been kissed on your Celadon?
Oh, I'm sure.
To your knowledge?
I'm sure I've
Oh, you've been
kissed
kissed. Well, this is called Kissing Mr. Celadon Goodbye. And I was sitting with my two girlfriends on the couch. I was in between, and we're chatting and talking about books and philosophy and poetry and everything like that. And after a while, it gravitated to girl talk. And I gradually became invisible, and they just talked across me about, oh yes, I remember when I got my first breasts and everything like that. So you've got to believe, suspension of belief, that I am Maisie for this poem. So it's Kissing Mr. Celadon Goodbye. Oh, I don't know if I should be telling you this. I was just sweet as in 16 and never been kissed, and my breasts hadn't yet arrived, though I prayed and prayed to a God who did not heed my girlish plea. All the girls of my year had already butted, breast to the right of me, breast to the left of me. Into the valley of despair I rode my rally. Alas, alas, breastless. I practiced kissing by kissing the, you know, inside of the, what you might call it? My elbow. The Celadon, so called by the old falling apart medical dictionary. I clipped some hair from a Yorkshire Terrier, stuck it on the crick of my right elbow, sorry, it's the left one, so that it became my first moustache kiss. I'm in between and going, really? God, I know nothing. And so was born my Mr. Celadon. Pathetic, yes, I know, but the year after, my bosoms arrived with a suddenness that took my breath away, I breasting the wave like a ship's figurehead. As I dived into the sea, a Venus for boys to see, I was my breasts and my breasts were me. Somehow I could not then stop being kissed. I once kissed, grew addicted to it. The bliss of the kiss, I was my own drug. I gave Mr. Celadon the elbow. Discovered the joy of boys, inventing various uses for them as they discovered me. One of the joys of having a little girl are moments like this. This is what a poet does. He takes an emotional snapshot, he puts into a mental wallet, and he puts out with my little girl. So it's like that. This is called Mr. Daddy's Soft Soft. This is from The Smell of Purple, and it was published in New Delhi. And all the Indian people extremely like this, Mr. Daddy's Soft Soft. Always her fascination with me shaving. This, her early morning ritual, observing each action as if it were holy. I hide my face in foam. Santa Claus, she chants, winces with delight as the razor she gulps goes over my bump without gasp slicing it off. The shaving uncovers the me she knows. Soft, soft, Mr. Daddy's soft, soft. She gurgles in a lather of laughter. Me now, she pleads with me. I take the brush, coat her reflection with foam. I shave her with the tip of my little finger. Her reflection sniggers, and she sniggers too. Later in the early evening, she appears, bearded in fresh cream. She shaves herself with a lollipop stick. Me daddy now, say? I cha-cha-cha her on the tips of my toes as she clings to my fingertips. The living room dances around us. One delighted half-shaved little girl, one delighted soft, kissed her daddy. This is the title poem of the book, The Smell of Purple. She came into me one day and said, I can smell purple. And I was going, you can? And then I was going, what's orange smell like? What does that green smell like? And, but it's a little girl's world, so she told me little girl. The smell of purple. She says she can smell yellow. She says she can smell blue, despite not being able to spell either colour. Oh, yellow smells the same as blue, like a wet kitty drying by the fire. Red smells like Mammy when she kisses. Her kisses smell different when she kisses you. Then she smells like flames with little orange tips. Purple is my favourite smell. It smells just like a magic spell. I kiss her goodnight like violet, only lighter, with little flecks of purple scattered here and there. Is that true?